Hello and welcome to this episode of Tomb of Annihilation. I am John Gerdebed, Final Boss Fights GM for this campaign. We rejoin the action as the crew discover they need to go back up in the levels of the Tomb of Annihilation to get the skeleton keys. They get to one level and find a large door blocking their path.
Alright, okay, you go through.
I bet you like that now.
Well, one person in, or whoever's going in, go in.
I'll go in.
Oh, if I'm quick enough, I'll go in as well.
I mean, we could just, like, let it drop behind us, and... But then, can we get it open again? I suppose we're gonna keep it open for the time being.
Yeah, I prefer holding the door just in case.
Probably best to hold the door.
Hold on.
I will, however, kind of move my token a little bit in, so I can actually see what's happening.
And then everybody who has just run into this room and is avoiding the zombie, of course, who is currently trying to feast on Renala, or a Renala, who is currently doing a little happy no-miss jig on top of the sarcophagus.
No-miss jig. Did you get that?
Which he can't reach.
Sacrilegious.
Can I get perception checks from everybody?
Perception?
Perception.
Oh,
Really?
I don't bother anymore. I can't be asked anymore. I really can't be asked anymore, guys.
I think Roll20 is basically telling you, Tanya, today, thank you for playing.
Just tell me.
It's probably time to go fuck myself. But...
Thanks for turning up.
So was that 20 for Renala?
If it's 11, it's
That's
Theodas.
Theodas.
I'm rolling fucking low! I'm just gonna fucking...
So Theodas can make it if you drop the door and come into the room.
That's a problem, because I'm holding the door right now.
Yep.
You're not
So,
Philippe, you want to relieve me?
Philippe's one of the ones who rolled okay.
I think Philippe has enough strength for it.
Philippe does not have enough strength if you...
Hold on. How tall, how much are you opening the door by? Because I have a quarterstaff.
Would it hold, though, if I drop the door?
I have no idea. But it might allow you enough.
If it's having to be opened by people with strength scores 23 and 20 respectively, I think that stick will shatter.
Philippe will come up and brace and allow Theodas into the room.
So tell me.
Theodas, you spend a few minutes just looking around the walls, and with about 10 minutes of searching, you find a secret door over here.
Hey, guess what? We're in. You're alright.
Well, great!
I hope it's a consolation prize.
So, who's going through the door, or are we all going through it?
I went through the last one. I think someone else maybe want to go for this one.
I can go. Which room is it? This one here?
It is this little corridor over here.
I wish I had a rod.
Alright, I go down to it. Does it need to be open?
You open it.
Okay.
Ancient cobwebs fill this narrow corridor, whose midpoint features an arched alcove. Within the alcove, a dusty bottle stands on a table.
A dusty bottle, guys. A
bottle, you say?
Bottle. Yes. Can
Bottle of what?
I use detect magic on it?
There is magic coming from the bottle.
What type of... Do you know what type it is?
You can't tell which school of magic it is.
Okay. Drunken magic. Okay. I'm
Drunken
gonna
magic, I'm in there.
Alright, I'm just gonna pick it up and just be prepared.
Hey.
Is that the bottle that makes that sound?
Help me.
I
Up the bottle.
looks at the bottle.
You can see a tiny figure just waving inside the bottle. Help me.
Guys, there's something in the bottle. Let's see if I
No,
can...
Show us.
no.
Alright, step back, guys. Guys, I think I'm gonna have to... I'm just gonna do this. And he's gonna pull, like, open up the bottle, take the cap off.
Oh shit! I'm
Yeah, stand back!
Okay.
I'm feeling like the gas, poison, toxic, explosion, whatever.
There is a and sort of a sand-like sorry, I'm just gonna there's a sand-like jet that just fires out of the bottle. And it just swirls and forms.
Oh,
Ooh.
hello!
What's going on? I heard a lot of whooshy noises.
Hi.
Aye.
And
Oh.
it is a
Down.
Oh.
stern-faced female figure wearing long, flowy, robe-like clothes with a large hammer. And the lower body, the legs, just disappear into a swirling vortex of sand.
Ah. I've got to say, you're impressive.
And she
Excellent.
waves her hands for a second. I'm sorry, I can understand you better now.
Oh. I was just saying that you're very impressive.
I don't... Has she gone right into the other room, then?
She's kind of jetted out of the bottle, and there's only space for her to form in the main room.
Is she like physically there, or is it like a sort of ghost that if you put your hand through it will go through?
Do you want to try and put your hand through it?
No, that's the first thing never to do is to put your hand through people.
How did you get
Yeah, that's like
stuck in a
boundaries.
bottle?
There's boundaries in here. That music is really loud.
Oh yeah, let's go back to calm, ambient music.
So Rhea then asked how
So
did
yeah,
you
how did you
get
get
on
stuck
the
in a
bottle?
bottle?
I have I don't quite remember. It's been a while.
Are you a genie or something?
I suppose some people might call me that. My name is Keshma. I am a Dao.
Like you. You look
Can I do anything to know what a Dao is?
Yeah, can I roll? Could I roll anything to know what down
Can
is?
any of us, yeah?
Yeah, make me Arcana checks.
Finally! Finally!
Finally, Romad actually makes something that is legit to his character.
Pretty.
Seraphine is apparently just in awe of her.
Yeah. Look how pretty it is.
And apparently Renala, despite having just a 1, ups Romad.
Still fine. At least I got a higher than 14.
Both Romad and Renala know that Dao are genie. They are rare elemental creatures. It is rare to see one. Only a few come to the material plane. The rest reside on the elemental plane of their origin. Dao is an earth elemental.
Oh.
Hence the sand. They
I
tend
was just saying it was
to
an element.
they tend to live in lavish palaces where they are attended by worshipful slaves. You know that they are born with the soul of a sentient living being, melds with the primordial matter of the elemental plane.
Yes.
You know that they are proud, mighty, brilliant, but they are also haughty and decadent. They have a profound sense of entitlement that stems from the fact that they know that only a few creatures can challenge their power.
We'd rather not challenge them, I'd rather let them help us.
If they want to help us, if they're haughty.
Well, if we give them a good enough cause. Like, for instance, the person who trapped them inside a bottle.
Well, friend.
Well,
We have a friend now. Another friend.
we are traveling here trying to find about a person who, or a thing, we're not entirely sure, that has been causing a lot of trouble. Potentially they're the ones that put you in that bottle.
Possibly.
But now you have released me,
Indeed.
Yes.
and I can go home.
That's if you can get out of here. This place, as far as we've been told, has been designed to stop anybody from leaving.
Oh, that is so beneath my power. Of course
have a
I can get
question.
out of here. Yes.
If you can get out of there, can you get someone else out?
Nah, probably not.
I could, but what's in it for me?
Well, we released you.
We're currently taking revenge for the person who got you stuck in a bottle in the first place, who apparently must be a lot more powerful than you.
Yeah.
Or at least he
Yes.
thinks so.
He thinks he might be.
Well, currently it seems like he's proven it.
It must have been a simple misunderstanding, a trick. He couldn't possibly be more powerful than me.
You still got into that bottle, and without us, you would still be in that bottle.
Yeah.
And therefore, I suppose I should reward you in some way.
Well, we did something for you, you do something for us, everybody wins.
Yes, and then I can go home. What would
Of
you have
course.
me do?
Turns to the other people. How about we put the cloned version of Seraphine and get her out of here?
Well, how about we find out what this thou can actually do? Who knows, maybe there could be a better use. I mean,
Well,
if we're
that's
going to
an-
open up the tomb anyway, there's a chance we can get a greater benefit out.
Maddie
That's an
says
option for
that
me.
Seraphine bows to her, says, "It is a pleasure to meet you. You're very majestic. You don't seem the sort to live in a bottle," and then raises a hand. "We promise we won't tell him you escaped."
Nah, we'll be too busy killing him.
If she's as powerful as she says, it might be helpful if she helps us fight him.
Yes, that'd be very true.
That'd be quite a nice challenge.
Maybe find a skeletal key?
Heck, if you could give us power to prove it. Well, no, you probably couldn't.
What? What would you ask of me, Blue Man?
Well, for the sake that we are going against a person who clearly seems to believe that he is more powerful than you, even if he is far below your power set, perhaps you can get us to a power set where we can match him.
Okay. And how would you have me do that?
I'm afraid I don't understand how your magic works, so I could not possibly even grace an opinion in that.
I could point you in the right direction, maybe, or try to divine a way that you could become more powerful.
Well, Kindly sort of whisper back to the guys. We do kind of need to find out where these keys are, and we don't know exactly their locations, do we?
No.
We know they're on the floors, but we don't know where and we don't know how we get them.
Could you help us find the keys?
Seraphine whispers to Riordan, "Wait, don't genies play tricks?"
Genius loves to play tricks, so we need to word our things very carefully.
Yeah.
That's very true. We are required to find these skeletal keys with particular geometric shapes which will open up a door which happens to be located just below the 5th floor.
On the 6th floor, then.
Indeed. I don't suppose... Well, there's a chance that you might be able to, with your great power, locate where these keys are currently located.
And how we could get to them.
Exactly.
I am sure that I can assist you in this quest. And she closes her eyes for a second. And she starts to move her hands in a mystical motion. And she just turns back towards where Romad is standing in the corridor and thrusts a hand over his head. And the end of the corridor, the opposite end of the corridor that seems to be a solid wall, just shatters.
And a 1,000th skeletal key appear.
And another room. And with that, I think I shall be leaving.
Well, turns to the others. Romad, could you just check the wall, please?
Will do.
I don't think we can stop her.
Checks wall.
I'm not saying we're going to stop her. It's just I want to make sure that
I check wall.
The air in this room, Romad, reeks of sulphur and brimstone. On the floor of this chamber there is a pentagram traced in salt that surrounds an ornate sarcophagus, the lid covered with prancing frog-like humanoids. That you recognise the type of humanoid. And also in this room is a skeleton.
I didn't say go in. I said check in.
Seraphine.
Like here and out. Yeah, there's something in here, guys. I think
Seraphine reaches forward and hugs the genie.
Ah, so they're physical. Noted.
Now you finally know.
And the genie just kind of pats Seraphine on the head like, what is this one doing?
Thank you. Get off me, peasant.
I shall bow respectfully to the genie's power.
I also bow. And
she
offer
clicks.
forward
I am already out somewhere else. I like that go.
She
I'd like
clicks
to offer
a finger and just folds in upon herself.
I wish
And
I could go
like-
somewhere like
Well,
that.
Like a television turning off, she just disappears.
Wow,
well.
that was useful.
It was.
It was good information.
Now we've got a slight issue
Yes.
because, Romance, could you confirm or not if in the other room door
It's a door.
there's a door? Okay, then maybe Torin and Freely the door. Open.
Okay. For the sake of it, can we block that door with something? These urns.
Seraphine falls over backwards, going ah, as the genie disappears.
Is there any chance that anything in this room which we've just left, one where Renala is currently dancing on top of a wagon, we could use to pin that door open? Is there anything that looks like it might be strong enough to do so?
I guess the entire cart. If we push the entire cart and the sarcophagus under the door, it might hold. But
True,
then
yeah.
it would block the entire entrance as well.
Mm.
They are pissed
Pretty
off
much.
that one.
Out of character, it looks like pretty much everything in that room would block the entrance if we try to use it to hold it
Yeah.
up.
Okay. I think
Hold
we're gonna have
on.
to let the
On the other side of the door, does it look like if it were to drop down, we could feasibly pry it back up again?
You can lower it down a little bit and see that. Yeah, you probably can. It's
Sorry.
got connections where the zombies are connected to the door that you could use as handholds to.
So we can get it open if we were to close it.
Yeah, if there's no other way out.
Feasible.
Also, I have a
that
question.
pinhead.
This door is what, made of stone?
That door is made of. Bless you.
Bless you.
I believe it's metal.
Metal. So, technically, if we have a sufficient amount of fire, we could melt it.
Probably a lot of fire.
Shame I
Only
don't know a
fire.
friend of mine here.
Hmm.
Either way, drops the door.
You left the leaf outside.
Can everybody who is currently possessed by a spirit remind me who you've got?
Well, I have a bag.
Behemoth guy.
I think
Tan-
Tanny has Obalaka.
Tanny's
have
got
Obalaka.
Obalaka.
Seraphin's got
Seraphine's got
not
Papazotl.
Obalaka. No, you know it is Obalaka. Yes.
I have Obalaka.
Seraphine's Papazotl.
And Theodas has Kazan.
Froggy Booth.
Okay.
Froggy Booth guy.
Then in that case, I
You
need
must
to
use this
do
god because he never spoke to me so far.
this.
Ah!
Hey. Obalaka speaks in your head.
Fuck.
The salt pentagram. It's clearly to hold something in. It could use more salt. You should add more salt. It really needs more salt. Add more salt.
More salt.
Just get more salt. Add more salt.
That means the wrong person went in.
So, according to my guy, I have to add more salt to it.
That's
Okay.
nice because I have a bag of spices.
I have a bag of spices too, but I feel like I'm in a cooking show right now.
Would I potentially have any salt with my brewing supplies?
You might.
I think salt isn't really used in.
I also have a herbalism kit as well.
Herbalism kit is more likely to have the salt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say brewing salt would kill any things you're trying to cultivate.
So, pour salt in, you say?
That thing just moved.
Because that looks to be a skeleton with a thing on its head.
That is a skeleton with a thing on its head.
I
I'm
get
thinking that's the thing that we need.
Yes, that is.
I'm gonna get out the salt. Where does it need to go?
I don't fucking know.
Roll me initiative, guys.
Buggity.
Now watch me go like last.
Watch me go even more last. There we go, told you.
Now watch me hex. Now watch
See?
me space
Did you
mate.
fucking...
So, guy who could probably annihilate this skeleton in one hit.
Well, the problem is half the team is still in the other room, so we can't help you. Good luck.
It's a
Good luck,
skeleton.
bye-bye.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And I'll allow for Leaf to have moved down to here.
Uh-huh.
I'm still asking the question of, are we killing the last zombie? Moment where you guys are having the trouble with the skeleton.
That might be an idea. I know.
Wow.
Is Renala's
Really?
Is it a concentration?
Jesus.
it's not a concentration, I think.
Technically, it does require concentration,
Yeah, as if you were concentrating.
as
on
if you were
it.
concentrating on a spell.
Right, so we might need to focus on getting that clear as well.
Okay, so with that atrocious roll from Philippe,
Everyone.
and everybody else, but also... I mean, Philippe rolled a 3 and a 4.
I mean, literally, we've got 17, 17, 17, 9, 9, 6, 6, 4.
Yep. Where's the skeleton guy though?
Over here.
Rolled a 9.
Right in front of me and Romad, who are some of the last to go.
Yep.
I can't see you, so
5, 10,
Noises.
Over here.
15, 20,
Yeah.
25. Well,
Are
that's
we
all
even-
Seraphine can go.
are we even aware they're having a problem?
You know they went in there and there was there's a skeleton in there.
Because we called out, Skeleton!
Riordan.
Riordan?
Riordan.
Sorry then. Okay. I am going to...
Oh, battle music, yes.
Yeah. About that.
Riordan, you walk into the salt pentagram.
Yes, I did.
Why would you do that?
To get a view of him.
Oh,
my
dear
fucking
fucking
God.
God.
What is this shit?
Hello.
Is that a frog?
I know what that is. That is exceptionally bad news.
A grey frog-like creature just forms.
Great lad.
Right.
Forms
Don't die.
in the circle.
Could use more salt.
Riordan, what do you do?
Well, for the sake that I was preparing salt anyway to put down, I'd like to drop the salt,
And
Okay.
throw the salt in its face.
and
Put it
then I
in
would
his
like to cast Hex upon this guy.
Okay. So Hex, the shadows form up around him. And then I think, is Hex a bonus action?
I can't remember. I hope it is. That'd be nice.
Hex
Pixel?
is a bonus action.
Sweet.
So you whip round, the shadows just form up and just gather around this creature. And-
I'm going.
You can
Then
still take an
so-
action.
I'm going to punch him.
Cool.
I do have a quick question, though.
Yes.
For the sake that my Beyond 20 says that my unarmed strike is +8 for hit/DC, and yet according to the one on Roll20, it's +6. Which
Huh.
one's go?
I would go with the one on Beyond, on D&D Beyond.
Will it work if I hit this one?
It should do.
Where is the button to make it hit?
I don't know.
Da-da-da-da.
I've just added more character sheets to my group of horrendously large character sheets.
Yeah, for some reason I can't click anything to attack him. So...
Just roll 1d20 plus 8.
Should I just roll the unarmed strike and just give it a +2?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Or that. That could also work.
Yes. Then it also gets the hex bit on there as well, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Which is a D6, isn't it?
No, that's that necrotic damage.
Oh, cool.
So that is
It's already added.
5 plus 11 plus 19. None of it's... Okay.
Okay, so I didn't. I dropped the salt on the floor so I could do this. Thinking that was where the salt was supposed to go. No one told me.
I don't even know. I forgot where it went.
I'm
John
just
got it, and I'm
imagining.
like,
I'm just
Can I still
imagining
use a
Red
flurry of
being like,
blows, or have I used?
You can use a second attack because you've got second attack, but you can't use a flurry of blows because that's a bonus action.
I'll try anyway. Let's hit him. That didn't work.
That
Sorry.
did not work. So you
I
swing
misread
once.
that as great salad.
Yeah, it's a
misread-
grey salad.
It's a great salad, guys. You don't want to eat that. That's probably bad.
You swing once and hit it. You swing a second time and just miss completely.
Yeah, I got the salt in my eyes. Okay, I don't think this is working out too well for me, guys.
Maddie
I'll leave it to
screams,
you.
"Ah, fuck, the answer is run the fuck away."
I understand the feeling.
And at the start of its turn, you can see that some of the wounds from the punch you just inflicted are just closing up.
I made a wound? That's impressive.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Please don't evil.
Oh, Jesus. Cool. Shit.
I'm
It's-
dead,
found
aren't I?
those.
It swings at you with its claws. 24 and a 20 to hit.
that's a down though.
Well, they both hit then.
That's 11 and 12 for a total of 23 points of damage from that.
And then...
And then it bites you. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
So that's 5 more points of damage.
Okay, I'm down to 8 life.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Didn't you prepare a defense thing?
That was before.
That was the last fight.
That was at the
That's
last fight.
shit.
It is now the skeleton's key's turn. Where it is going to try and attack Romad with a dagger.
Please don't.
I'm gonna shank you.
Run
Right
away
now.
from the grey salad.
What is it? 14 or the
14.
That just hits.
That's 5 points of damage.
Yeah.
Now it is for Leaf's turn. And for Leaf, hearing the commotion in the other room, is going to find his character sheet buried in here somewhere. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50,
Feline agility.
55, 60, and just down on all fours, just running, flies into a rage, comes up at the end of this, swinging the halberd around, and brings it down on the slard for a 22, and swings back with a side swipe for a 20, both of which hit the slard. And cause
a reasonable amount of damage.
10 plus 14, so 24 points of damage. Uh, 24 points of damage to the slard.
Oh, Mr. Slard.
Theodas.
What the fuck's that?
Basically, yes. Comes in, looks around. What the fuck, guys? How is the slard?
It's got some wounds, but it's not looking rough yet. It's been hit, but it's still fighting fit.
Shit. I use that, eh? Yep.
Okay, a con saving throw.
Of course, we leave duck.
It rolled a natural 1.
Well
I
then.
like when they roll that.
Oh, except it also has magic resistance, which means it has advantage on saving throws.
So,
Shit.
17.
So, what's your spell save DC?
15 just on it.
So, that is a good point. It is right written there. So that is 35 halved to...
70?
That sounds right to me.
Hold on. 35 is half to 17 and a half, so that will be 17.
Romance.
And blah, blah, blah.
Blah blah blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Blah. Because someone needs some health points
Sexual
in
healing.
urgent.
Okay, so I'll just heal the slard for 10.
No.
Oh.
You heal the other slard.
The slot's doing healing fine on its own.
much do
So,
we get?
Riordan, 10 points of healing.
Yay!
Can't do
I
much
can
more.
survive another hit.
Maybe.
If you're lucky.
Romance.
Hi. I'm
Okay,
in
for
just
next...
in time.
Okay,
Kill
thanks,
the
Maddie.
things. Kill them.
Maddie, Tanny.
Okay. Okay. So,
So you got a choice out of Skelly Bob or horrible fucking frog creature.
Skelly Bob. I'll Shadow Blade him.
Romad just reaches out into the shadows, and there's just a... the core of a raven as the shadow blade forms.
Raven feathers are falling out. Come on, come on, come on. 15.
A 15, I think
Should
that'll
hit.
hit. Does indeed hit.
Perfect. 23.
And you just neatly slice its head off, and the skull falls to the ground.
Assuming there was a key in there. Looked like a picture of it. Like a key.
Its head is a key.
Oh shit! Didn't know that.
Torin.
There you go, Torin. You can have that as a.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's a free action to quickly scoop the head up and shove it in the bag.
I'll allow it. Between
Yeah.
Romad and Torin, you can just kind of scoop and
Before the head even hits the floor, just grab, shove.
grab, shove,
And
go.
And then I'm going to run over to this thing, and I'm going to smack the shit out of it, which I believe I have advantage on because Philip is there.
You do indeed.
So I'm going to hopefully, and I shall be rubbing funk upon this, or do I want to rub something more upon it?
Ooh.
Do I feel like extra rubbing of funks?
Do you want extra funk with this, sir?
Would you like extra funk, sir?
You're gonna thunk on the side.
Let's do.
The time warp again.
Yeah, let's do that. No, I'm not gonna rub. I'm not gonna do anything. I shall rub some punk on it, but I shall just do a normal smacky poo. 29.
That will hit.
24.
Also hits.
So this one, and one of these shall have some rubbed funk.
So that's 21 points so far.
I shall do a level 2. It's not undead or a fiend.
Correct.
It's a frog.
It's an aberration. So those damages.
Those are some damages. Cool.
And can I don't have anything that. Well, I could. No, that's it. It's an action to do lay on hands.
Yes.
Yep. So.
Thanks for the thought anyway.
Hang on. I can at least do something here. Hang on. I can at least try to help Shield of Faith on Roden.
Torin just kind of waves a hand out at you, and a shimmering field appears covering you. And you get a +2 to your AC.
It might help for the moment.
Seraphine pauses for a moment.
Thanks.
Seraphine pauses for a moment in the corridor, breathing heavily, and then just charges 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to hear yelling, "Theodas, kill this fucker!" Pulls out Myth Carver and just swings at it twice, screaming, in a combination of guttural, common, and gnomish, "Die, you evil frog demon!" Theodas, you are inspired. And she swings twice, hits twice. Rolls 11 points of damage with one swipe. And 14 with the second swipe. Ranala.
I think we skipped her turn last time.
We may have done, so she
Also,
can be...
Dragonbait is not on the turn order. So right now, Dragonbait is just looking at the...
Just chilling out.
Actually, where is Dragonbait?
It's not on turn order. He's still in the room with Renala.
Where? I don't... Oh, there he is. He's under the 22. Cool. That explains why I lost him. He stood under a number. I'm going to say that in the course of time, he kills the zombie.
Cool. I don't have to deal with that shit then.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Renala can have moved to have here on the previous turn.
Nice. So, that's
Then
being
this
done.
Otherwise, firstly, they can just kill this.
I could try a mass healing word would not be good because that would be a waste. I could do possibly cure wounds. Do I need to be in? I need to be in.
Cure wounds is touch.
distance.
Cure wounds touch.
I can do another healing word though.
You could.
Something at level 3, still on the.
So that's 10 more for Riordan.
Yay! Thank you.
And then for an action, I'm gonna guiding bolt and miss probably.
That does indeed miss, yes.
Bollocks!
Just... Riordan.
Riordan, with a sudden urge of power now, is going to try and punch him.
You are at advantage for this.
Beautiful, there's 16.
That misses.
Second attack, 23.
That'll
Sorry,
hit.
25.
That still hits.
That's 5. Then going to spend a key point
Okay.
to try and punch him again.
That'll
23.
hit. So that is
13.
13.
And
Kills him.
Oh, I was going to punch again.
I mean, you can still punch again.
You can just kick it while it's on the floor.
Make sure it's dead.
It just collapses.
How long does inspiration last, by the way?
Good question.
10 minutes? Or is it an hour?
10 minutes.
Okay, for the
Really
next 10
don't-
minutes, I need to do something.
Riordan is going to turn to Romad. Does it still need salt?
I'm backing out of this circle as soon as this thing's dead.
Oberlucker says to you in your mind, Riomad, I think it's okay now.
It's okay now.
Okay.
There is... that can go away. That's Dragonbait. He can stay. That one can go away. Just trimming down some of my character sheets. There is a sarcophagus in the room.
So, which shaped skull did we just get?
Oh, that's a good question, isn't it?
Before I forget.
That's a question that I know the answer to.
Well, you should know this.
I know the answer to that one. The answer to that question, Sean, is it's a square.
I was going to say probably a square.
It's a square.
So, square.
We got triangle,
We've got
square,
triangle, octagon, and square.
Riordan.
Yes.
Arranged atop the sarcophagus are 12 painted wooden statuettes depicting Grung.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I do a perception on them to see if anything looks different between them?
You can.
Oh, sorry, I'll take off the advantage.
They appear to be Grung.
Okay. What
They're-
was it that thing was saying about Grung? About the frogs.
Sean?
Hmm?
Do you still have the description of this, the warnings for this level of the tomb?
I have them. Hold on. This was its second level.
Yes.
Only a jewel can tame the frog.
Do you guys want to do me an Arcana check?
Yes.
9. I think it's probably the best Arcana I've ever rolled.
I mean, I can try, but I don't think I'm gonna know now. Fuck it, for the lols. That was 16. It's not. I'm not at advantage.
I was gonna say there's other numbers. God damn it.
Romad,
Mm-hmm.
your research at some point you have looked into. You've looked at books
I
in
like
the
books.
past.
You've not read them. You just looked at them from afar.
You know a little bit about the Slard. Slard are typically summoned to do a job.
I'm assuming the job was to protect this tomb.
Each colour of Slard... Slard come in different colours, and each colour does a different thing. Grey Slard are typically called Death Slardy. They travel to the material plane on errands of doom. And something appears to have captured this one in a salt pentagram. You know that typically a stone about the size of a child's fist is used to summon the Slard, and in turn the gemstone contains a portion of the Slard's brain
Okay.
and can be used to control the Slard.
So the warning probably implied the Slard.
Yeah, seems like it.
It would have been a gemstone the same colour as whichever colour Slard.
Didn't we find a grey gem? It's too fucking late now, but I could have sworn we found one.
You may have found one because it is in Wither's office.
I think we did pick that. I think someone picked that up.
A grey stone?
Hmm.
Ah, real now. Real now, you picked up that.
we-
Ah, the enchanted
We could have had a little Slard helper.
Oh well.
Huh.
It.
I thought it was just a stone. Oh, well.
So arranged atop the sarcophagus, Riordan, are 12... Maddie says, oh, for fuck's sake. 12 little painted statuettes of Grong. They look to be fairly simple designs. They're quite nice, though.
If I was to take out the enchanted stone as I've got it written down as, and was to just hold it and sort of glance it across the top of those statues, would anything happen?
One moment.
I like this whole concept. I didn't even know this was effectively a gem they want.
With the death of the Slard, the gem disintegrates.
Oh. Wait, does that mean that the slide wouldn't have attacked me?
You could have ordered it not to.
You could have ordered it to not do that.
Damn it. Okay, never mind. Okay, so the tons of these statues, does it look like they do anything?
Not that you can see.
I would like to pick one up to take a look at its base. Does it look like it would fit into some form of mechanism of any kind?
It doesn't look to be shaped in any special way. There's no particular design to the base of it. Kind of just looks collectible.
Fair enough. Does it weigh much?
No.
Okay, I'd take all of them and just sort of store them away.
Riordan is starting a Funko Pop collection.
Hell yeah.
Well, if I can't have the real deal, you know.
So then you just brush the top of the sarcophagus. Do you want to try and open it?
I will try and open it.
Make me an athletics check.
Okay. 19.
You just... The Brandovan Funko Pop?
No.
You heave the lid and it just slides off the top. There is a varnished clay urn as well as a potion, a petrified egg, a potion and a petrified egg. Those are the two things that are here.
Huh.
Does it
Interesting.
look like a normal, just like a bird egg? Or
It looks like a grung egg.
Oh.
Does the potion look like something we've seen before?
Make me a... Actually, Maddie, can Seraphine use one of the new spells she picked up at this level on these two things? Seraphine will step forward and reach out and lay a hand on the potion
Yes.
and starts casting a spell.
Yes.
And over the course of a minute, she casts Identify.
Okay.
And she looks at the potion. And to the rest of you guys, it looks like a healing potion. You've seen healing potions before, and that looks like one of them.
Mm-hmm.
She pulls her hand back after a minute and says, "Illusion magic is making this look like a healing potion, but it's actually a potion of poison."
Ooh.
What type of poison?
You bastard!
It's a potion of poison. If you drink it, you take poison damage.
Is it drinking only, or
Yes.
as soon as it's in blood, basically?
No, it functions like a potion, so it needs to be drunk or imbibed, and you need to drink the whole thing. It looks like a healing potion, but if you drink the whole thing, you will start to take damage.
Interesting.
I don't want to touch the other thing.
Well, I can take the false healing potion in case we need to poison someone.
So what was the other thing again? It was a
Uh,
it was an egg, a petrified egg.
there is a petrified grung egg.
I will take the petrified grung egg.
I take the potion then, and you take the egg.
I'm just gonna sleep.
So
As you touch the egg, a tendril of slime rises from the surface and transforms into a frog-like head that bobs towards you. A croaking
Hello.
voice sounds in your mind. Nang Nang will help you now.
You have a nang nang now.
Oh.
Do you allow Nang Nang to assist you?
I allow 99 to assist me.
You have a fourth voice within your mind.
Fucking
the party.
targeting there.
And I'm going to take you over to the secret room for this. While you have Nang Nang
Okay.
in your mind, you have the following flaw
Okay.
that overrides any opposing flaws. I won't share with others.
Okay.
But also, while inhabited by Nang Nang, you can move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings, while leaving your hands free. You also gain a climbing speed equal to your walking speed.
Very handy.
So I'm just going to give you the access to this journal, Riordan. So you should now have, under Chapter 5 player handouts, you should now see a Trickster Gods of Omu handouts folder with Nang Nang Spirit handout in it.
Let's take a look, see. So chapter 5, you said?
Yes.
Yes, I have it.
Excellent. So now you have that and a voice of a frog god in your head.
Okay.
Mentioned before that. Have
Hello.
difficulties. Hello.
Hi.
So still within the sarcophagus is a varnished clay urn.
I'm going to take that as well.
Okay.
Can we know at least what it is before we take it?
I'm going to pick it up and we can take a look at it.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Who, everyone or just Redden?
Just Riordan.
19.
Okay. I'm going to use the initiative we've got going right now for this.
All right.
Oh no.
Riordan,
Yes.
a music enters your mind. A discordant...
As Nang Nang says, what the fuck did you touch that thing for?
A discordant percussive music overwhelms your mind and you just need to dance.
That sounds like me fighting, to be honest.
So, for the rest of you guys, Riordan just starts to groove. Riordan, you take... 13 points of damage.
Oh, God.
As the music just plays within your head.
Bye-bye, the healing points I just gave you.
Philippe looks at this confused. Theodas.
Every day I'm shuffling.
What are you doing, Redden?
I can't help it.
Can I try and figure out what the fuck is going on?
Roll me an Arcana check.
14, not enough, I assume.
No, you can work out that something started to happen when he picked up the urn.
Can you... I will ask Rhiannon to drop the urn.
Drop the urn, Rhiannon. Drop it. Drop it.
Can you do that?
First of all, can I and can I?
You can, but the music continues.
Shit.
Romad.
Oh, you know what to do. Probably smack him out. What are you doing? What are your might skills?
I'm using my dancey funkness.
This one?
I can't help
That'll
this.
do.
That'll do. What do I roll?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You just
rolled something.
walk up to him, touch him, and the music fades.
Okay, no one wants to touch that thing. Even better, if you can take it and throw it at one of our enemies without touching it, brilliant.
And at this point, I think we shall call this game to a close because it's about the time we do that.
I'm gonna say that's a good option.
It's 11.
And we need to go to bed now.
No, no.
I don't, because I've not got work tomorrow.
Some of us need to go to bed now.
Neither do I. I've just finished a 6-day
Pulling
trot though,
sick
so I
anyway.
would like to go to sleep.
I have work tomorrow, okay?
I think I'm just gonna probably call it 6. I'm just
Tomorrow night, myself and Sean and Chris and AG and eventually Rekia will be back on the Sky Factory server as we continue to Sky Factory. And I believe tomorrow the plan is that we make a chocolate factory.
Isn't Chris and AG the same person?
Mm-hmm.
Bugger! Michael and AG are different people.
Are you sure, John? Are you sure?
I've met both of them. I've never seen them in the same room.
Dun dun dun.
I'll have to work that out. In the meantime, we'll be doing a chocolate factory tomorrow, and then that's the end of streaming for a few days, stroke about a week, because it's MCM Comic-Con time, and we're all going to be there. So that means there's going to be a slight disruption to streams. I believe that the next stream after tomorrow will be Wednesday the week after, when the Golden Tooth get back together for more adventures. After their hilarious adventures at MCM Comic-Con. If you are coming to MCM Comic-Con next week in London, please do come and say hello, because we will all be there, and we would love to see your faces and say hello to them, specifically. We are going to have a table at the studio space. Final Boss Fight has a table in the studio space. And we have a panel on the Friday where we will be telling exclusive things and answering probing questions and giving you the past, present, and future of Final Boss Fight. And I can 99% say that we probably won't have a PowerPoint presentation. Probably.
It's just announcing that we're all fired, guys.
But what we will have is exclusive announcements and fun times. On the Saturday, if you are there for the Saturday, at 5:30 on the studio stage, for the last hour and a half of the convention, the Golden Tooth are going to be facing fierce fairy tales. A fearsome foe finds them, and I can't do any more alliterative.
Finds them frolicking throughout a field. I can't go any further.
Me neither.
Fire and furniture's Um,
As the Golden Tooth make their way back from their Underdark quest, they decide to stop in on old friends Barham and Squeak in Waterdeep to celebrate Squeak's birthday and just kind of generally have a catch up after being underground for a little while. Let's see what fun times they have in Waterdeep for this mini adventure.
let's see how they destroy the entire town when they're trying to celebrate a thing.
Meanwhile, that's happening. We've got a exclusive book for sale. We'll have some exclusive, some loot crate stuffs to sell. So come by and buy some of my stuff.
That and personal human organs.
We have stickers. We have business cards.
Yeah, view.
Come see us and say hello to us, and we will say hello to you.
It's free to say hello.
It's free to say hello. Take a business card and a sticker. These are all three free things you can do. You have to buy a ticket to get into MCM, but that's
Normally, you should have already done it.
superfluous.
But we know that you love your freebies, so come by for a sticker.
We'll see you at
A
MCM.
wave, a hug, and a hello.
We'll see you in about a week and a half's time when we play more of this. Play more of this amazing game of D&D. But for now, guys, good night.
Bye.
And